Be the lemon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to be the lemon. And you're probably saying, what does that mean? Be the lemon. Well, I'm going to tell you what it means. The lemon is a representation of your life. See, the thing is, and now in today's society, a lot of y'all lives are like lemons. A lot of y'all are not without perfect shape. A lot of y'all got dings and don'ts. You may have some bruises. But the thing about the lemon is, I want to explain to you and tell you just how much your value and just how much being a lemon is a blessing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, being a blessing of your life. I want to tell you just how important it is to be a lemon. Because see, the thing is, when you're a lemon, you may see you really coarse on the outside. You real rough around the edges. You're not perfect. I mean, and then when you start to cut through, when life starts to cut through you, when you start to go through some pain, when it starts to hurt, and you start to overflow with juice, it's real bitter. It's real bitter. It's so painful that it's bitter. But let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen, about being a lemon and about how it hurts and how pain makes you into greatness, how it forms you into greatness. Because see, when life starts to cut through you, when it really starts to cut through you and it starts to cut deep and it starts to permeate through you and you start to give those juices, let me tell you something, when you allow God to come in and purge you. Hear what I'm saying? When you allow God to come in and purge you, when he comes in and he's squeezing you and he's digging into you and he's cutting into you and he's cutting all that stuff out of your life that's no good, and that juice starts to flow and it starts to churn and it starts to churn, when he starts to go so deep in you and you start going through life and life starts hitting you, you start going through pain. And you're like, God, why? Why me, God? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why I gotta go through this? Why I gotta lose somebody? Why I gotta hurt? Let me tell you something. Being that lemon, going through that pain, it builds you. It builds you. It builds your character. It makes you strong. It transpires you into greatness. Let me tell you something. Because the more juices that come out of you, the more juices that come out of you, the more that you overflow, the more that runs from you. I'm telling you. The more juice and the more lemonade you produce, I'm telling you, life only gets sweeter. It gets sweeter. It gets sweeter. And when God purges you, when he purges you, when he digs into you, when he squeezes you and all that stuff falling off of you, I'm telling you, where it's to the point where now you're dropping seeds. Hear what I'm saying? Like you dropping seeds. Hear what I'm saying? You dropping seeds. And then your life starts to get a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. It starts to get better. And you're like, man, I didn't know. Going through all that would transpire to help so many other people. Would transpire into greatness. Would transpire into me being phenomenal. Attracting all the right fire. And then you like, man, this is awesome. But then you start dropping seeds. And then that's the permeation coming. That's when the soil is starting to get fertile. That's when the soil is starting turning. When it starts turning. When you start planting. And let me tell you something. Here's the true blessing. Here's the true blessing behind being the lemon. Here's the true blessing. When you plant those seeds, you don't eat the fruit of the seed the same day. But when you plant those seeds, because you went through, oh, this is so important part of the process, because you went through, you opened up so many opportunities and doors for other people. You just don't know. Going through that pain, going through that hurt, going through them trials, going through them tribulation, going through hell and hot water, transpired you to be great. It's transformed into greatness. And by you being the seed, and you plant that one seed, once that one seed starts to sprout roots, I'm trying to tell y'all, once it starts to sprout roots, and then it starts to take up, and then it starts to come through the ground, and then it's turned into a tree, then it sprouts branches. You just don't know how many seeds, how many lemons from that one seed you just produced. Be the seeds, ladies and gentlemen.